Hey friends, I'm looking at our homework here. We're starting on Unit 3. Lesson 1 is our first page, and we're going to knock out number 1 here. This one you have to kind of remember what we did on Monday's lesson with the squares and the diagonals. So just a quick recap: square, and then I'll do diagonal in a different color here. This would be a diagonal. It wants us to estimate the side length of the square if we know that this is 9 centimeters. Well, to do that, we have to go back to what we learned on Monday. And we found out on Monday that when you compare the diagonal of a square to its perimeter, we recall that the perimeter was 2.8 times, roughly 2.8, approximately 2.8 times bigger. So like when the diagonal was 9, we could multiply by 2.8, 9 times 2.8, and we would get 25.2. So we would have 25.2 for our perimeter, 25 and 2/10. And that doesn't really help us with the side length, but it gets us a lot closer, because if we just continue this chart out a little bit, if the perimeter is 25.2, then a single side is just a quarter of that. So we could multiply that by a quarter or divide it by 4 to find out how long the side is. So I'm just going to divide it by 4, and that gives me about 6.3. So if the side lengths are 6.3, then the diagonal is probably about 9 centimeters, and that's our answer, 6.3 centimeters for number 1. And there you go. There's number 1.